Hey everybody, Gage here from Sharp. Excited to have you with me for another testing out video. We've got a brand new series of knives from Hatsukokoro, that being their Hikari SLD semi-stainless series. We have the Petty in 135, Nakiri in 160, Santoku in 165, and Gyuto in 195 millimeters respectively. They all have these mono ebony handles on them, and we're very excited to test them out and show you what these guys can do. So without further ado, let's get into it. We're gonna start off with a little cucumber here, and I'm gonna use the Santoku here. This is the real deal, first time we've ever used these guys before. This is for real the first time we've ever used these knives, so I'm excited to find out exactly what they can do with you guys watching. So Santoku first. The first impressions, they're very light, they're very thin at the spine and behind the edge. They feel very sturdy though, with that said. They feel great in the hand. I'm a big fan of these handles. They feel really, really nice. And I'm so far feeling really good about these guys. We haven't touched them at all on the stones or anything. We just gave them a little strop before we got started here. So we'll do some little diced cucumbers first with the Santoku. These are how you put these on my salmon rice bowls all the time. A little bit of spicy tuna, kimchi, shredded carrot, some scallions, fantastic. Yeah, and so far so good, as you can probably tell. These are performing super well. They feel great. Really nice diced cucumber there. While they are not technically fully stainless steel, these guys, they have a chromium content of around 12 to 13%, which is like a percentage point under the cutoff for like what would be considered a real deal stainless steel. So semi-stainless, but like pretty darn close to just being full stainless. And that was great. That felt awesome. Balance point on the Santoku is a little further back than what is typical for your normal Japanese knife, like right where the tang and handle come together. Feeling great so far. A little bit of stickage, but for a Santoku with going through a cucumber, that's pretty par for the course, I'd say. That felt really nice. These guys are definitely on the more affordable side. This Santoku is on the site for 185 bucks. So if you're looking for just like a workhorse Santoku that you don't have to worry too much about, this guy's an awesome option. So I'd say that felt fantastic. All right, let's move on to the Nakiri. We'll do some carrots, maybe some sweet potato with this bad boy. All right, folks, we've got the carrot in front of us here. We'll cut this guy into thirds. We'll do a little julienne dice with this guy, see how she does. So far, so good, I'd say. Yeah, pretty solid performance on these guys. I'd say they definitely benefit from like a little sharpening if you do decide to pick one up. We'll likely be sharpening these before we send them out. They feel pretty decent right out of the box, but use a little extra love. But that's pretty darn good, man. Yeah, I'm feeling great about these. These feel awesome. Little dice.
Rocking with the Nakiri? Is that legal?
Illegal. Call the cops. Call the cops. Yeah, these feel awesome, man. And for the price, I have a lot of bad things to say about these guys. They look really beautiful too. They're very like clean and minimalistic, obviously, but cutting performance on this Nakiri is fantastic. They also have like a bit of like a convex grind to them. So I would while these are very thin, both at the spine and behind the edge, I would say that these are going to be less prone to chipping than some of the other stuff we carry. So if you're looking for something that's like pretty easy to take care of, both in terms of like rust resistance and chip resistance, I'd say these guys are right up your alley. And obviously going through this carrot, no problem, baby. Very, very little stickage on these guys, I should point out.
I'm surprised because they're so shiny.
They are so shiny, but like, look at how easy, like sometimes you get knives where you cut a carrot and it's like you gotta like pry it off. These are not like that at all, like just sliding super easy off. So that's really nice, man. Yeah, these feel great. All right, let's move on to an onion and we'll try out actually we'll do a shallot next and we'll try out the little petty knife. All right, folks, petty knife on a shallot here. I'll be honest, I'm not usually one to do shallots with a petty knife, but we got to test out the petty knife on something. So while I'm peeling the shallot, I'll talk a little bit more about the aesthetics of these guys. They look, like I said earlier, they are very minimal. They're like really nice and clean, but they do have this really cool sort of like sandblasted pattern on the blade, which is difficult to pick up on camera. So there is a little bit more going on with these guys that meets the eye on camera. Yeah, and they're really beautiful. Like like the Konesuke brand is really cool. They're like really simple, clean. Like these kind of remind me of that a little bit. Obviously not quite the same level as a Konesuke, but really, really nice. I mean, you can't really ask for much more from your petty knife doing a shallot. Like, this is awesome, man. Look at that. Man, really impressed with that. Look at that. Beautiful Brunoise shallot. Put that in your mignonette. Eat it with an oyster. I'd be a happy man. Really impressed with these guys. Okay, let's do the other half here. See if it wasn't a fluke. Scrape the spine gauge. Yasha. Tasty. Tasty chopping. Yeah, that's awesome, man. This is a sweet little petty knife. I use my petty knife a lot for like breaking down chickens and stuff like that as well. So yeah, this guy would be super capable. It's a really nice length. Feels great in the hand. It's super thin, but it feels sturdy. Like it's not gonna like snap in half on me or anything like that. So yeah, really happy with that. Let's move on to the Gyuto and get into something a little bigger here. All right, folks, we're going after this monster sweet potato. This thing is absolutely enormous with the 195 Gyuto. I mean, that's pretty freaking awesome if you ask me. This side felt a little more dense. Let's see. That's pretty freaking sweet, dude. Obviously, okay, this will be the most challenging thing we do here. Gotta give her, no hesitation. No hesitation. I hesitated. Yeah, that was a little tough. But this is not even like a full-size 210, and this is a monster frickin' sweet potato. Okay, there you go. User error. What am I gonna do from here now? I gotta dice these up somehow. I'll do that at home later. We'll just do some nice julienne on these guys now. Yeah, and yeah, again, like not a ton of stickage happening here. You can see the sweet potato matchsticks falling off real easy.
Can you do a smaller stack and show some of the rocking profile?
Yeah, that's a great idea, Jake. Cameraman Jake. Carrots together.
They look like carrots.
They do look like carrots. Yeah, I can roast those all off together. That's fine. Ashlyn will be like, why do the sweet potatoes taste kind of funny? Because they're not sweet potatoes. How's that?
That look nice?
That looks nice, eh? It felt nice. These are definitely like more rock choppy knives, right? You've got very little flat spot on these guys, which, you know, totally depends on your personal preference if that's to your liking or not. I generally go for something a little flatter, but I guess while I have you guys, I should mention we do have a bunch of sales going on with these guys. You can pick them up with the Petty and the Nakiri. You can pick them up with the Petty and the Santoku, Petty and the Gyuto. You can do a 3-piece combo, Petty Nakiri Gyuto, Petty Santoku Gyuto, or you can do the full set with the stand. So everything that you see here next to me on sale as well. So really well-rounded knife kit. There's not a whole lot you wouldn't be able to do with these 4 knives. Maybe except for like slicing bread, but yeah, very capable set of knives. You got the Nakiri with a nice flat profile on it. Let's go back to that guy for a second and do our sweet potatoes here, or not our sweet potatoes, our bell peppers.
Pepper's seen better days.
Pepper has seen better days. It's okay, it's still fine. We'll eat it.
Except for that part.
Except for that part. Yeah, man. Really happy with these guys. It's always can be a little bit I almost just sliced my finger off there. You know, always a little nerve-wracking for me to test out knives for you guys the first time in front of you. I never really know what's going to happen with them. Hatsukokoro is a great brand, though. I can pretty much always trust that what they're going to send us is awesome, and these guys definitely are no exception to that rule. They feel fantastic. Cool, man. Let's do, why don't we do an onion with the Santoku and we'll call it a day. All right, we've got our red onion here with our Santoku. We'll do, I'll do a dice on one side and I'll do julienne on the other side. Oh, that was a nice peel. Good peel. Another good peel. All right, we'll get the juices flowing with a little julienne. No, we'll do Okay, that went fantastic. A little bit of a user error there towards the end. The really like thin blades on these guys are awesome, man. They just fly right through stuff. Yeah, man. Sweet. That felt great. All right, there's our Santoku Julienne done. Dice turned out awesome. I'm getting a little bit emotional here. We are in a very small room with a bunch of onions, so I apologize if I'm a little teary-eyed, but these knives are just so good, man. Yeah, like I said, for the price, even not for the price, like really great performance on these guys. Really sturdy feel in the hand. Really impressed with these guys. Easy maintenance, not super chippy or anything like that. So if you're interested interested in sort of like a workhorsey, lasery mix sort of knife, easy to take care of, keep from rusting, the Hatsukokoro Hikari SLD series might be for you. Thank you so much for watching. Stay sharp.